Good evening, world, and thanks for coming to check out HSPI. So now we finally venture into Leon's apartment in the back of the house. Leon is the caretaker of the house, deceased, and the gatekeeper for all spirits who come through the house. Annie will tell you about it in just a second, but I want to preface this with, this was the most active part of the house, especially for me, and I think you're really going to enjoy what you're about to see.
I was curious what kind of interaction you had with Leon.
When we first moved in, we knew the house was haunted. We thought there was one ghost, but my kids were teenagers at the time, and I thought, okay, there's a ghost. It's probably the old guy who lived in the back apartment. I could see that he was Catholic from the religious medals and things like that around the house. And the energy didn't feel evil or threatening. It just felt like if somebody was like this,
there.
you know, just like, yeah. But it mostly felt that way in his apartment. And the further you walked through the house, the more great it felt. We figured he was waiting for his wife to cross over because she was in a nursing home at that time. Mm-hmm. And then he would go to the light, and he just felt like kind of heavy, gloomy energy. And so it's like, we can coexist with a ghost. I mean, this house is so cool, you know? And my kids and I didn't really talk about it a lot, but there was kind of this unspoken, the ghosts can have the back part of the house, and we'll just have the rest of the house. And I heard from another psychic, Linda Drake from Texas, who is also really good at talking to Leon. When she was talking to the spirit sisters, the light was going off and on that door, and all of a sudden we hear a loud bang in the wall in the kitchen. And her husband, a tall Texan, jumped, and he's like, "Did you guys hear that?" And we're like, "Yeah." And she said to the spirit sisters, "Was that you?" And they said, "No, that was the old man." And the spirits in the house always refer to him as the old man.
So he's the one that you hear from the most, since he's in charge, or is it kind of, it depends on the night, some
circumstances. He is in charge in the spirit world. That's how I look at it. I actually view him now as an ally. I started out just thinking like, okay, there's an old man ghost in our house. And over time I have come to view him as an ally, because this house is energetically weird, if nothing else. And so it's like, I do what I can on the physical level, keep the house clean, bright colors, sunshine, fresh air. And I also do what I can on an energetic level, like prayers, Reiki, burn sage, things like that. And I feel much more secure in the house with an ally on the spirit side that cares about the house as much as I do. I don't think he is trapped here. I think he was earthbound when we first moved in. I think he had hidden something in the basement, in the dirt room. All his worldly possessions and some money and gold coins and things like that. And nobody found it in his family. So I think that until that was found and returned to his family, he was like right here. But once we found it, we gave it back to his family. We thought he would go to the light, but he didn't. And it's like, whoa, what is he doing here anyway? We have weird energy or things like that in the house. If there's been some negative experiences, I always ask Leon to come in and help clear the energy. So that's my relationship with him.
Thanks so much for watching. Remember, next episode's gonna be here next week, or if you're watching this later, it's probably already there. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you think. Send me your comments, your feedback. It's great to be here. Thanks so much. I'd like to thank the Academy, and kind of lost my train of thought. Not sure you believe everything you saw in this episode? Well, click right here and listen to what I or one of the other members of GSI thinks about the things that we saw in Annie Wilder's house. Ah, cat attack!